Tonight, I want to give it all to you. In the darkness, there's so much I want to do. Hello, welcome to Music and Stuff. Thank Kiss, it's Friday, I'm Rob Lewis and I've got a cold. I've got a gig later on, but I'm recording this today, it's Friday, this is going to go out later on this evening. So, yeah, I've got a bit of a stinker going on here, but it's alright, I'll get through the gig. I'm not the only one singing tonight, so I'm in a country band tonight, so we have two singers, so that'll help a little bit. And I've got the rest of the weekend to chill. And I've got a couple of weeks off from teaching because it's school holidays here for Easter. And that means, all being well, that We Got the Best, The Story of Kiss, Episode 5, brackets 1976, Part 2, should be out this time next Friday. So, make sure you've hit the subscribe button and press the alarm notification and all that jazz, so that you can watch that when it comes out. It's been a tough one trying to edit that. a lot of it because I had a load of work come in, and also I had a new laptop. So just trying to transfer everything onto the new laptop and everything. But I'm currently having to do this one. I've got to finish it on the old laptop. So episode 5 will be my old laptop swan song. But today, anyway, I am talking about, can you see that in the corner there? Kiss Dynasty, or as we say here in the UK, Dynasty. Yes, Kiss's 7th studio album, if you don't include side 4 of Alive 2. And it was released May 23rd, 1979, produced by Vini Poncia. And it was recorded between January and February 1979 at Electric Lady Studios and Record Plant Studios as well in New York City. And so it was recorded January, February 1979. That's around the time when I was born. I was born on February the 7th, 1979. So that's bizarre. So depending on what time Kiss would have arrived at the studio, I was born at 5 p.m. UK time. So between here and I've been to New York, and it was depending on that time of the year, I think it's a 6-hour delay, time difference, which would have put it at about 11 a.m. So it's very possible that I was born as one of these songs on this album was being recorded. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll take that. So Kiss, I'm going to say it in my lingo, Kiss Dynasty. Apologies, America, for pronouncing it wrong. But hey, you've given us Trump, so... yes, the album. It was the last album that every original member of the band played on. Studio album. I've got some flack on my Kiss albums ranked videos about including Unmasked, but Unmasked, as I said before, Unmasked was presented as though it was the original lineup. Although they didn't play on it, it was presented as that, and released while Peter Criss was still officially in the band, and he played on the video for Shandy. And if we can say that Beth is a Kiss song when there's only one original member on there, then we can say that Unmasked is a Kiss album. I've said that before, gotta get it off my chest again. Yeah, so Dynasty. Not only did it was the last one of the original 4 members, it was one of only 2 albums in which all 4 current members of Kiss sang lead vocals on, the other one being Love Gun. So let's go through the tracks here. Oh, and the album artwork was shot by celebrity and fashion photographer Francesco Scavullo. In New York City. So, track 1, I Was Made for Loving You, written by Paul Stanley, Vini Poncia and Desmond Child, and sung by Paul Stanley when he was really going for his falsetto in the break there. Arguably one of Kiss's most well-known songs by non-Kiss fans, if that makes sense. And one of their highest charting singles. I think Beth was still their highest charting single, followed by this, and then maybe Crazy Nights, and then God Gave Rock and Roll to You. I'm not sure. I think they're the 4 kind of big singles, certainly that I'm aware of in this country. And it was kind of a nod towards disco, because Casablanca Records, their label, they were the disco label, so Kiss were kind of the outsiders. So it was a little bit of a thing to, let's do a crossover. So there's a disco feel to this album. It's not a disco album, but there's a disco feel to the album, I think it's fair to say. Ace and Gene have gone on record to say they hate playing this song live. Ace because of the and I think Gene just because he doesn't like playing it. Although they play it well. Bizarrely enough, I love I Was Made for Loving You. Maybe it's nostalgia, I don't know, maybe it was recorded when I was born, I don't know. But I love it, everything about it. I love the sound of it, the keyboards, played by Vini Poncia, it has to be said. And if you suddenly see a jump cut, by the way, it's because I've just sneezed, okay? And it's just, yeah, Paul's vocals on I Was Made on the whole album was superb. If you're interested, I have made an acoustic cover of I Was Made for Loving You on this channel, probably in this playlist, depending on what playlist you're watching. But yes, I've made an acoustic cover of it. I'll put a link up there and also in the description if you want to hear that. I'm going to give I Was Made for Loving You a 10 out of 10. And on that note, hello, Holiday Rob here from Croatia. Just want to let you know, if you're enjoying this video, thanks very much for watching, but don't forget to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and of course the alarm notification bell so you know when my videos are coming out. And yeah, if you're interested, I've got social network stuff, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, not Twitter though. And I've also got a Patreon, so you can find me there. It's in the description. Links for everything's in the description. And yeah, I'm going to hand you back again, because otherwise Studio Rob gets frustrated. Thank you very much. So that brings us to track number 2, 2000 Man, sung by Ace Frehley and written by Keith Richards and Mick Jagger. Yes, them of the Rolling Stones. So it's a cover, very different. The Rolling Stones original had this sort of acoustic thing to it, and then it went a bit kind of psychedelic, sort of Beatlesy, I guess, from their album, was it Their Satanic Majesty's Pleasure or something? So Ace just simplified it, just made it a good old rock and roll track, and I think Ace recorded the best version. I say Ace, it was Kiss obviously, but it's associated with Ace. Great track. For a long while this was my favourite track by Kiss. Interestingly enough, that was a few years ago. I don't know why it's not anymore, but it's just the way it was. I like the drive behind it. I also like how they performed it at the Unplugged concert in '95. Yeah, it's almost like it was written for Ace Frehley, it has to be said. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Then we get Sure Know Something, written by Paul Stanley and Vini Poncia and sung by Paul Stanley. One of my strange noises over there. One of my favourite Paul Stanley tracks, Sure Know Something. And again, this is another song that I've recorded a cover of on this channel. I'll put a link up there and in the description again. But this was one where I did a very short-lived series. I might do some more at some point. A short-lived series where I had to record a song in 2 hours or less, and doing all the instruments myself as well. And this was the first one that I did. So if you're interested in seeing that, then I'll tell you what, I'll play a little clip here.
No one could make me feel the way that you do, and I sure know something.
So yeah, if you're interested in seeing that, then there's a link up there and down there. Sure Know Something, yeah, absolutely love the sound of it, love the backing vocals, everything about it, love the video, how they did the album artwork, the album cover, incorporated into the video and everything. 10 out of 10. So far we've got 30 out of 30 for this album. Then we get track 4. One thing I haven't said was that the drums on Dynasty were mostly played by Anton Fig, who would also play drums on Ace's solo album and also Unmasked, or who did play drums on Ace's solo album. So there's a little bit of controversy to this one. Peter Criss, with his solo album the year before, used Vini Poncia and insisted that the band hire him to produce the next album, and they agreed. Ace Frehley had Anton Fig playing drums for him on his solo album. Vini Poncia, from what I understand, Vini Poncia didn't think Peter Criss was up to the job anymore. So although Peter got him in, there was no kind of loyalty reciprocated. So he got Anton Fig to play the drums on all but one song on the album, which is this one, Dirty Livin', sung by Peter Criss and written by Peter Criss and Stan Penridge, and is the only track on this album that has Peter Criss playing drums on it. And it's kind of it could have easily been on his solo album. Absolutely could have easily made it onto his solo album. It's got the same feel, but it's the last song that Peter Criss recorded for Kiss and is one of his best. I think it's fantastic. I really love it. It's got again that disco groove kind of R&B feel to it. The backing vocals, keyboards, solid track. Yeah, absolutely solid track. 10 out of 10. And that's so side one. I think that was side one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's side one. Side one has full marks, 40 out of 40. So yeah, that was side one of Dynasty. Anything else I have to say about Dirty Livin'? I think it was recorded, or it was written whilst Peter was in the band Lips. Maybe Chelsea, I think it was Lips. Prior to being in Kiss. So it's quite an old song. But yeah, it's a great track. Side two. Interesting that we haven't had a single Gene song on side one. And that was probably a first in Kiss's history, I would say. Side two. Charisma, written by Gene Simmons and Howard Marks and sung by Gene Simmons. It's a good track. It's not the best track. What is my charisma? Is it my power and my fame? What is my charisma? Yeah, it's a fun track. It's very much an album track, in my opinion. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. For the first track, that featured Gene Simmons on vocals on that album. Track number 6, Magic Touch. There's a little cluster of songs here that, in my opinion, are kind of fillerish. Magic Touch being another one of them. Written and sung by Paul Stanley. I like the sort of nod in the disco direction on this song. It works, but it's essentially not as great a song as some of the other ones, so it's only getting an 8 from me. And we get track number 7, Hard Times, written and sung by Ace Frehley. Again, not Ace's greatest track on the album. I mean, he didn't write 2000 Man, but he kind of rewrote it. The hard times are dead and gone. I'm glad it wasn't on his solo album. That's all I'm going to say. I'm giving that also an 8 out of 10. That's a bit of a theme. 4 10s, then 3 8s. Let's make that 4 8s with track number 8, X-Ray Eyes, also scoring an 8 out of 10. Written and sung by Gene Simmons. Interesting that... Actually, I'll mention it in a minute. It's an alright song. It's not a bad song, but it's not a great song. It's a good song. It's not a great song, which is why it's scoring an 8 out of 10. Track number 9, Save Your Love. Now, I know this isn't everybody's favourite, written and sung by Ace Frehley. I love it. I absolutely love it. I used to play this one a lot. On repeat, Save Your Love. I can't really put my finger on what it is, but there's something about it. But it's a 10 out of 10. So interestingly, the side one, which is, these are based on my opinions. Side one, I Was Made for Lovin' You, 2000 Man, Sure Know Something, and Dirty Livin'. They all scored 10 out of 10, and they were all songwriting collaborations. Side two, which apart from Save Your Love, scored 8 out of 10, were mostly written on their own, apart from Charisma, which had Howard Marks co-writing it. So this was about the time, I think, when Kiss started using co-writers, and I think it's kind of hit and miss, especially as we get into the 80s. But yeah, I don't really know what point I was trying to make there, but I was just highlighting it. So yeah, I was going to bring Dynasty in and do my usual thumbnail thing, but I left it in my van. I've got it on CD. I don't have it on vinyl. I left it in the van. I can't be bothered to walk for it because it's raining out there. But yeah, so that gives Dynasty a grand score of roughly 9 out of 10, which isn't bad. I think it's a great album. I know there's some controversy around it, but I like it. And again, maybe because it was recorded around the time when I was born, possibly even the exact time I was born. You never know. Gene could have been laying down that sick bass line, I'm assuming it was Gene that played it, in Sure Know Something at the moment that I was crying and breathing my first breath. But I don't know what else to say. Hopefully I'll be here next week with We Got the Best, episode 5. That's the plan. It's kind of almost, it just needs kind of all putting into place now. But yeah, that's where we are. Thanks very much for watching and your continued support of the channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Catch you later, Bill and Ted.